Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the Three Stooges, more specifically about the 85th Stooge short released by Columbia Pictures in 1945 called Idiots Deluxe. It was released July 20th, 1945, and filming occurred October 5th through the 9th, 1944. The year before. If you're a fan of classic TV shows and movies, this is the channel for you. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free to do so. And I've covered every single Stooge short up to number 85 up to this point. So make sure to check them out. The link's in the description to the previous videos. So let's talk about this. Now this one, as I mentioned, is right in the middle of World War II. But the war was dying down as it ended in September 2nd of the same year. Now, what is this Stooge short about? Well, Moe is on trial for assaulting Curly and Larry with an axe. Moe talks about how Curly and Larry took him on a hunting trip to help his nerves calm down. Now, they were out in the woods and there they find a bear, or maybe the bear finds them. And now that stuns Curly and Larry, in which they end up thinking that the bear is dead. So they throw it into the back of their car where it again awakes, and Moe is thrown out of the car by the bear, and the bear drives the car and slams into a tree. At the end of the short, the judge finds Moe is not guilty, which leads Moe to go after Larry and Curly again with the axe. So we know who the guilty party is here. It's a very interesting Stooge short, and there's something that I really want to focus on in regards to it. First of all, take note at the title screens. You would see the feature of the Greco-Roman comic mask of the muse Thalia in the upper left-hand corner. This new format, which you see in the short, would remain in place for the remainder of all the rest of the Stooge shorts that run through Columbia Pictures. Now, what's very interesting about this short is we continue looking at the health decline of Curly. I know it's a long one, we've talked about it for a long time, but I think it's important to note how his was a steady decline. It wasn't abrupt, and a lot of people are really fascinated to finding out what really happened to him and what led to his untimely death. And so this is important. And in fact, Moe did something during the filming of this episode which was pretty shocking to everyone. In fact, Moe was beginning to notice throughout his normal everyday life with Curly, as well as during filming, that Curly was taking a downward trajectory, and he was a little bit scared for his brother. Now, he being the spokesperson for the Three Stooges, pretty much forced Curly and said, hey, you need to go to the hospital. He took him to a special hospital, Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. This hospital is still around today, and it's a full-service one, primarily serving the diverse population of Santa Barbara. There's a level 3 NICU unit for premature babies or babies that are born rather sick, and there's a lot of good care for geriatrics. Also, they have a level 1 trauma center upgraded from a level 2 in 2017, and it's the largest between Los Angeles and San Francisco. This is one of the reasons why I think Moe brought Curly here, because he wanted to get the best of care. Now, they admitted Curly into that hospital in January of 1945. That is after they filmed this short, but before it actually premiered in July of that same year. They actually diagnosed him with several things. He had severe hypertension, severe obesity, as well as retinal hemorrhaging. For those who don't know, I'm not a doctor myself. I had to look that up. That's a disorder of the eye in which bleeding occurs in the retina and a light sensitive tissue is located on the back wall of the eye. That's what the retina is. And so we can conclude that a lot of this stemmed from the strokes he was having, the multiple blows to the head, and you have a lot of symptoms. Distorted vision, red tint to vision, blurriness, sudden blindness, headaches. You see floaters in your vision. You see cobwebs in your vision, haziness, all these things. And I think that was one of the reasons why they brought him here, because Moe wanted him checked out and see what was really going on. Now, as mentioned, they produced this one, Idiots Deluxe, in October of 44. Later on, we're going to cover this short later. It's called If a Body Meets a Body. They made that in March of 1945. That was 5 months after Idiots Deluxe, and it was shortly right after Curly had experienced a minor stroke. Remember, he had many of these strokes, and I'm trying to catalog his health decline, all of the strokes, so we could see a pattern here and essentially see his downward trajectory. You can notice in this short, as well as later, we'll talk about it, If a Body Meets a Body. You can see his performances with the team take a notable decline in energy, quality, and that's all because of his deteriorating health, as well as his falsetto. You will note in the early Stooge shorts, he has a very prominent falsetto, higher pitched voice. He would fake essentially this voice, higher pitched. That was part of his character, but it was a lot harder for him to do here with a lot of the issues he was having medically to his head. It was just difficult to fake this while acting. It was like too many tasks at once for him to do. And you can definitely notice it in this short, so I did want to cover that for you. Thank you so much for this. Have you seen this Stooge short? It is fun. It is interesting. It is a little difficult to talk about because of Curly's health decline, but I think it is an interesting study. It's a documentary style that I'm doing, looking at every single Stooge short and seeing how his decline continues and essentially giving honor to this man who gave such great performances. We'll see you all next time. Don't forget to stay positive and, most importantly, be hopeful. A big recognition to my Diamond and Platinum tier patrons: Daniel B, Citizen Kane 359, David D, Russ C, Sally N, and Vito L. If you want to join the Patreon family and get exclusive perks, make sure to check the links in the description. Thanks.